the news as shallow as it is on one hand, and on the other hand, even when it's interviewing professors of economics, is making the opposite argument that trade deficits are a sign of economic health, that consumption is the sign of economic health and growth instead of production. The US economy has transitioned from a production economy into a services economy. What is a services economy? When you go to a restaurant and order some food, if you go there and order some food, then this is a service that is provided to you. Did they produce anything to progress the humanity except of the psychological effect on you on feeling better, perhaps, by eating this food? Not really. This is not a new Tesla car. This is not a new computer. This is not a car. It was produced just a few tens of years ago. When we sell bonds, then it does not make us richer. It only creates liabilities. And we are obligated to pay back the debt with interest rate. Many have become used to the fact that their stocks are getting higher, their assets, their home price is getting higher, and so they can just spend money without accumulating and without saving any money. This is the opposite, because on the East, where it's coming from China and abroad, they are more on the safe side. We have confused consumption with growth, and our measurements are not measuring it accurately. And it is being reinforced by the mass media. Instead of worshipping the credit cards, in contrast, on the East, Japan and China are moving on with production lines, with robot assembling, and with people actually making things for us to consume on the West. But you can say then, yes, but they are dependent on us, because if we won't consume it, then they are also ruined. So it's a zero-sum game. But no, if we have multiple parties, one of them is only consuming, the others are only producing. Who is doing all the work? Who is doing all the job? The ones who are producing. Why not consume their own production? Maybe they can change their production to be something better. Maybe they didn't need to produce that toy. Maybe they can produce a computer for themselves instead of selling that toy to us. In addition, we could do this only because the dollar, the USD, is the world reserve currency. But there are evidence that OPEC nations are beginning to switch their reserves out of dollars and into euros and yens. Even Warren Buffett is saying that the deficit is a threat to the domestic economy more than any other threat. The rest of the world, as Buffett has said, is owning trillions of dollars of America, more than we own. And the Federal Reserve, the Fed, is continuing to create even more paper money, which is pumped into the economy, spilling over into the stock market, spilling over into speculative housing prices. And it's now a little bit too late. The economy is going down, the interest rates are getting higher, and the stock market has started getting down. The collapse in 2008 was only the beginning. Yes, it might have taken another 12 years or more for us to get to the next collapse, but this was only because the Fed was pumping in money. The plan that the Fed has had to pump the economy with money is like pumping money into a balloon that gets bigger and bigger. What happened to traditional measures of valuation, such as Does the company earn anything? What is the cash flow of the company? What is the dividend yield of the company? What is the price to sale of the company? What is the price to book of the company? What is the internal rate of return? All this has gone. Now we are evaluating company based on nothing, based on future expectations, with all the pumped money into the market. And all the valid valuation of companies who are entering the stock market has gone, like it does not matter anymore. Saving does not matter anymore, only expenses. This does not make sense.